BBN Jack Fruits. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. We're about to do a real quick recap. So we got the midday live going right here. We have the Jam Master J trial, the Jam Master Dre murder trial. Currently, they have some detectives that have already taken the stand. I found something pretty interesting. We're gonna have a Tonight Show tonight. I'm gonna give the whole breakdown. I have all the notes. We're gonna do a breakdown tonight, but something that I did find pretty interesting. So they have a detective on the stand right now, and he's basically giving testimony. And inside of the testimony, they're asking him about when he, I guess, gave there was a witness that was supposed to, they went through in front of a photo array. I'll do that whole explanation later. So the witness went in front of a photo array, and allegedly there's some kind of like it's kind of ambiguous right now on whether they're trying to say that the witness actually, how do you say, know what happened. Like it's kind of ambiguous at this moment. They're not 100%, like it's not coming across. They're not, conveying it yet. But apparently the witness said something or alluded to something or pointed at a person. And both of the defense teams don't really care. Only one defense team cares. So I'm assuming, I'm not 100% at this point. I'm assuming that they're trying to say that one of the witnesses might have identified somebody or whatever the case is, or something could have happened when the individual might have seen. I'm not 100% sure at this point, but it does seem like there's a little bit of they talking about whether they're gonna bring the young lady up on the stand or not. And it was like a big thing. I'm going to explain it a little bit later. I don't really have time to go into it at this moment, but we'll explain it a little bit later. Something else that was pretty important, I thought that they brought up. Give me 1 second, because I got to hold this with one hand. I don't got my stand with me. So another thing I want to say real quick. So they have a couple of witnesses that they're not going to be able to bring back, apparently. So one of the things that they're going to do is they're actually changing the way that they're doing the cross-examining and direct. And they're literally allowing some of the direct to happen like right in the moment. And I think that that might be beneficial to everybody. I think it's going to be easier for the jury to be able to understand. Good judge, by the way. I think that was a good judge, good move. I think that that's going to allow for the witness, that's going to allow for the jury to be able to accept the information a little bit better. I think that was a good move. I'm not saying anything that anybody in the courthouse didn't just already hear. I'm not doing any kind of breakdown of any kind. I'm just giving y'all a little bit of information on what actually was said. I do like actual breakdown tonight during the show. I'm just giving you a little bit of information so y'all can know what to look forward to. So there's an issue with the cross-examining. They sorted that out, apparently. Great job by the judge, by the way. She's doing a great job. Black lady. She's doing a great job. I don't have her name yet. I'm going to try to look and try to find out her name. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button so we can let everybody know we live. We doing the midday lives are back. We in court once again. The midday lives are back. We in federal court. All right? This is where we love being. Midday Lives is back. Shout out to everybody that work in the building also. Everybody that work in the building has been lit. Some dude was sleeping in court today. They had to tell him to get up out of there. You can't be sleeping in court, homeboy. Anyway, shout out to Juno. Shout out to Bo Real. Shout out to Fox. Salute to Fox, because he's the one that put me on to be here right now. If anybody want to buy me lunch, I can pull up to the Cash App. Let's see what else. Something that I could say right now, I could put y'all on so y'all can know what we're gonna talk about tonight. I did find this interesting. So they have one of the detectives up there, and one of the detectives was actually speaking about how a lot of the video VCR tapes and everything that they used to acquire back in the early 2000s, late 90s, I guess, a lot of that stuff wasn't usable. Like, so I'm busy thinking about all the times we probably saw cameras and was like, better be careful. But a lot of the stuff wasn't usable because they were using VHS tapes back then, and they was retaping over the VHS tapes over and over and over and over again. That destroys the quality. So I thought that was interesting. Also, I found it interesting that apparently the only place that actually had a video that was usable of any kind was the library. All of the local businesses at that time had not had any video. And I want to point this out. Isn't this the case that made it so that all of the local establishments had to start having videos? And I think this is the actual case. I might look into that, but I think that this is the actual situation that happened that made it so that it was passed in New York City that everybody had to have, I think, because this happened around like the same 3-4 year period that 9/11 happened, right? It was around that like same 3-4 year period. I think that's when they started saying that all business establishments had to have cameras in front of their building. I wouldn't be surprised if this led to it. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all one more thing. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much. If there's any questions y'all wanna ask, let me know. But like I said, they just had some detectives up there today. It hasn't been much. I haven't told y'all anything that I'll tell you a little bit about what I feel about what's going on right now. So apparently, what it looks like to me is this. I'm just going off of one of the defense teams seem to be pretty confident that their guy is going to probably get off. The other defense team doesn't seem as confident. I don't know if it's because one side might just be better than the other side. That just might be it. And one guy might just have a little bit more swag than the other side. But I do notice this, and this is something that I find really interesting. So they have the one defense dude. I think that's the guy that covers Jordan. I believe his name is Houston. We should be going live at the right amount of time tonight. I assume court is going to end around 6. It's going to take me about an hour to get home, hour and a half. So we should be going live around 9:30, hopefully. So they have the young lady, one of the lead attorneys. I believe she's a woman. That's the main person that's doing all the questions, doing all of the, on the defense team is doing all of the, asking the questions or however that goes. But what it seems to me like, and I'm just not even going to be coy with it, whoever the person is that got identified or allegedly got identified or allegedly got pointed out in the photo array, it might be her defendant. So these two people, they might be on the same side of the aisle right now, but they might not be as, their connections might be a little bit more. One might be able to get convicted and not the other if you got a person pointing the finger at one person and not the other. That's a thing that happens in any regard. So we're gonna see what happens. It doesn't, as far as with the video evidence, that one guy came up there, he said that he searched all the videos that they got aren't usable. So I don't know if there's more video evidence or what, but any video evidence that they had wasn't usable. And then they had the lady, she was up there playing semantics with words. And whenever you got a lawyer playing semantics with words, they just grasping at straws. They don't know that there's nothing for them to get. You understand what I'm saying? He was playing semantics with words, talking about whether something was the mole or whether it was the busty pole or whatever the case is. Like, we in New York City, we call anything everything. You understand what I'm saying? You already know what it was. So she was trying to play semantics, so that kind of, they looking desperate over there. And I think they're looking desperate in front of the jury. But I do think they got helped out. I'm not going to say too much on this, but I'll tell you this much. So they had a detective. So the detective takes the stand. And I don't know if people realize this, but when you take the stand and when one side is asking you questions and you remember everything, and then the other side is asking you questions and you don't remember anything, that should start looking suspicious, man. You better admit to a few things. Like, I get it. I get it. You work for the home team. I get it. I'm not even mad at you, fam. You feel what I'm saying? But when you go up there and you just don't remember nothing for one side and then you remember everything for the other side, we human beings, we know what bias look like. Just play it off a little bit better, homie. Anyway, anything y'all want to ask me? I'm not in no rush. We still got 20, 30 minutes or whatever the case is. If anything, I'm just going to go look through my notes a little and make sure that I'm on point when it starts back up. Is there anything else anybody want to ask me, anything at all? There's a lot of people in court. I don't know exactly who it is, so I don't know what side they're here for. But there are a lot of people in court. Got one dude that was sleeping, he got escorted out. I thought there was gonna be like a situation, because he was talking crazy. The guy was like, "Yo, you can't sleep in here." He was like, "Stop touching me." It was kind of shout out to homie. Not even mad. I was just upset he was sitting directly in front of me. I like to be far away from things like that. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Come on, man. I'm trying to keep my energy low, and I'm trying not to talk loud. I'm in public. It's cold outside, and I'm right inside a little alcove or whatever the hell you want to call this thing. Anything else y'all want to ask me? I talk about some other stuff too. If y'all want to talk about anything else, put it in the chat. Come on, let's get it going.
I'm crying. My son be really getting all.
How are you? I'm you today. I'm fine. Come on, you come with me. Okay. Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else y'all want to talk about? Like I said, I got notes, but I'm not going to tell y'all what's in the notes right now. I'm just giving you a little quick update. What we going to talk about, I don't know what else they going in with regular the rest of the day. As everybody knows right now, it's just the detectives and the forensic people. Well, no forensic people came, but it's like the detectives and the police talking right now. Y'all guys want to hear what the friends say. Y'all want to hear what the regular people say. Y'all want to hear a lot of what, I'm not going to say the gossip, but y'all want to hear the colorful part of the narrative that goes on with this. This isn't the colorful part. This is the black and white part, fam. This is the boring part. This is not the we lit part. Like, so I get it. It's the part don't nobody care for. Shout out to Lisa Evans. She's in court today. As I would expect, Jam Master Jay, very close friend of hers as far as I know. I'm going to tell you the wild part about all of this. So I've been doing my own, whatever, right? So I'm going to say something real quick. So you know how many different theories revolved around this whole Jam Master Jay shit for the longest? People was trying to say Supreme or Griffin was involved in it. I don't believe none of that. They was trying to say a whole bunch of other shit. This is what I heard. I do not know this to be a fact. I do not know this to be true. We're just talking about the nonsense surrounding it at this moment. I heard it was just some drug deal shit went bad, fam. I want to say something real quick. So they keep saying that when the detective walked in the place after the shit happened, he's laying on the floor. They got Madden on the TV. These dudes was playing Madden, and these dudes came up in there and shot them, fam. They was just playing Madden, and they came up in there and hit them. That's what I assume happened. So if they was just playing Madden and somebody came up in there and hit them, who buzzed these niggas in the building, fam? Let's just be stacked. Who buzzed them in the building? How did they get in the door? So there's just sometimes things happen and you're like, well, this is probably a random. And then there's other times that shit happen and it's like, how did this person get in the building, fam? Like, how did they get in the building? How did they get in the room? You know what I'm saying? They didn't shoot the door off, the lock off the door. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We're going to see what it is. I'm trying not to say too much. But I did hear a lot today that I thought was interesting. I'm trying not to say too much. But, that's just crazy. So they shot him while he was playing Madden, man. Him and some dude named Rick Hahn had got shot. So I'm assuming, they said they hit him in the head. So what they said Madden was on a monitor on the screen. So he's playing like this. Dudes walk right in and just started blowing on him. That's what it sounded like. That sounded like an execution. Execution sounds like a hit. A hit sounds like something that was paid for, right? Just saying. So I'm not saying that these individuals that did it, that are on trial did it. I'm not saying that at all. We're not doing that. The hell do I know? But I am saying the way that this happened was pure execution. This is just an execution, fam. This does not look personal. It doesn't sound personal at all. It's just an execution. They just walked in, they shot the nigga in the back of the head, fam. That's it. And then something else I found interesting. So the detective gets there, and the detective says that he asked them who did it, and they didn't want to tell him. And then there was a discrepancy on whether he actually asked the question Then there was a discrepancy on whether there was actually an answer given. Then there was a discrepancy on which answer was given. Like at this point, like, does anybody know how to take notes? I'm talking about the people involved, and not just the police officers. I'm talking about everybody involved. Then there was another situation where the police officer was talking to the USDA with the state's attorney. So they're talking to the state's attorney. So somebody took down some information that he is currently saying isn't true. Like, he's on the stand and he's like, "That's not what happened." So the defense is like, "But this is in your statement." He's like, "But I didn't say that." So allegedly, somebody from the state's attorney took down the thing that he said, wrote down something that he is now on stand saying that he did not say. I don't know what to tell you, fam. This is okay. Okay. I have no idea what to tell you, fam. Zero idea. The detective is on the stand, fam. And while the detective is on the stand, they're talking to him about the things that he allegedly said that's supposed to be inside of the paperwork. And he's like, "Yo, I didn't say that." And then they're like, "Who took down the paperwork?" The U.S. attorney took down the paperwork. So now the U.S. attorney, I guess, they don't have to say who wrote it down. So nobody knows who wrote this shit. All they know is in the trial. It's in the trial, man. I don't know what to say about this. It's in the trial. Don't nobody know where it came from. I'm not being funny, fam. I'm talking some real shit. I'm gonna explain this as slowly as possible. They get to a point where they're asking him about something that he said. And the detective is saying, "No, that never happened. I never said that." And they're like, "But it's in the paperwork. If I show it to you, if I show you something, would you?" There's just a lot of pretty women inside the courthouses, fam. What the fuck? So the dude says, like, "I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this is crazy. I didn't say that." So they's like, "All right, hold on. I'm gonna show you something. Could I jog your memory?" Because that's how they do it. So not a problem. So they showed him the paperwork. It was like, "Is your memory jogged? Do you remember now?" And dude is still saying, "I never said this." So then they like, "But you made out the paperwork." Dude's like, "I did not make that paperwork out, fam. I don't know where this came from." I don't know what to tell you. He's like, "Yo, I don't know where this came from." So they like, "But you wrote this out." He says, "No, I didn't write that out. I gave, I guess a deposition or whatever. He gave a statement. Some other people wrote the statement down. I didn't have nothing to do with this." So they're like, "Okay, so who wrote down the statement?" He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "You're in the room talking to them. How do you not know who wrote out the statement?" He's like, "I don't know who wrote the statement out." Right? So they go through that. This is like Abbott and Costello, I promise you. And for like a good 5-10 minutes, they going on with the whole Abbott and Costello, who's on first bullshit. And then, like, this guy's like, I'm done with this. This ain't going nowhere. He finishes that line of questioning. He goes about his business. When he goes about his business, the how do you call it? The state's attorney come back up to, redirect or whatever the case is, right? I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, so they to ask him the questions. So basically what had happened was they only met the dude one time. And when they took down all of this information, it was over a Zoom meeting. So there's no way for him to know. Like, if they did a Zoom meeting, like, he honestly don't know. He's not lying. He ain't trying to trick nobody. It was a Zoom meeting, fam. How the hell he know who wrote what? Oh, man. So they have evidence. They have evidence in the trial that I don't think anybody knows where the fuck the evidence came from. It's in the trial, though. Because it's supposed to be what he said, but he's like, "I didn't say none of this shit." But it's in the trial, and it's in the trial as being something that he said. So I don't know what to do with this. I mean, let's be honest. Whoever is the individuals that's behind the situation that happened with Jam Master Jay, we want those people in jail. We are not going to play with it. I'm just not saying I know who those people are. I'm not saying that the people that's on trial right now are those people. Who am I to know? It's for the government to get and find out who these people are. But what I am saying is this. This is some Abbott and Costello bullshit, fam. I don't want evidence in a trial that people don't know where the evidence came from, and I don't care what anybody say about that. I do not want an evidence in a trial that cannot be quantified. There's a reason why there's a freaking chain of evidence, fam. I don't want evidence in the trial. This man is saying that he did not say that. This is legal documentation, and it's currently in a trial, and he's saying that he did not say that. So now, all of the other shit that he said, how is that going to be allowed in? Somebody answer me this. Every single thing else that's on that paperwork that he said, that saying what he said, that he is currently now saying, I don't know where this shit came from. How is anything, is these lawyers lawyering? I'm not trying to get people off, but are these lawyers lawyering? If he's actively saying that there's a part of that notate, a part of his whatever the F, that he's saying that he did not say. I'm just saying that the lawyer's lawyering. I don't know. Maybe they tried to get the shit thrown out and they couldn't. What the hell do I know? I was in the other courtroom yesterday. I couldn't hear what happened. Maybe they trying to get the shit thrown out. Like, what do I know? You know? What do I know? Maybe they tried already. But let's just be honest. If he has a part of your statement that you're on court, you're on the stand saying that you did not say something, a part of your statement that you were on the stand saying that you did not say. I just want to be clear on this. So, but we're going to believe that all the rest of your statements, you said those things. I don't know what to tell you. So we're going to see how this happens. We're going to see how this pop off. Obviously, this is only like day 1 or 2. You can't really tell which way anything is going. So we're not doing that. You cannot tell what any way anything is going right now. It's only been 2 days. Nobody's been that great and nobody's been that terrible. But there's no way to tell. It's still obviously still up in the air. But I just think that that's something that everybody should be a little concerned about. That there is a statement that is in the trial that the guy on the stand is saying that he did not make. Just saying. Just saying. I think that's something to be a little concerned about. Just my opinion.
I'll be able to see how it is.
All right. There
You
you
have
go.
lighters?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. Sorry. I mean, I guess I don't know what to tell you. What up, Will? Anything y'all wanna ask me? Come on. I mean, I'm gonna do the breakdown tonight. I'm not doing the breakdown right now. I want to sit down. I want to go over my notes 2 or 3 times. I'm not doing the breakdown right now. I am gonna do the breakdown tonight. I want to sit down, have me a nice cup of coffee, probably a blueberry muffin. Love them things. All right, that's it. We done? We done? We done? Okay, so dope shit. All right, I'm gonna tell you some dope shit. So apparently a couple of the fucking attorneys in the courtroom recognized me. That was lit. That was lit. That was lit. It's good. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I like when I don't consider those guys my contemporaries. I am not an attorney. But it's dope when it's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's just dope. Like, that's the type of shit. It's dope. It's dope. I'm fans of theirs too most of the time. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. to be good at something and for people to recognize you at good at it. You know what I'm saying? Smart people thinking that you smart is dope. That's all. Like an athlete thinking that you athletic is dope, right? If Michael Jordan came up to you and was like, yo, you play basketball pretty good over there, you look young fella, you're gonna be like, yo, that's dope. You're gonna feel good about yourself, right? You see an NBA player and they like, yo, that's a nice jump shot. You're gonna feel good about yourself, right? Even if everybody else in the world think it's a terrible jump shot, you're gonna still feel good about yourself. The NBA players like it. That's how it feels, man. I haven't seen any mistakes. As soon as I do, I'll call it out. But I haven't seen anybody make any mistakes. I think that, as usual, when you're the defendant, you're punching, you fighting, uphill. You know what I'm saying? Usually when you're a defendant. And as usual, that's what it is. And that's what the case is in this situation. So we're going to see what happens. It's sad that these rappers get these corporations billions of dollars, and then as soon as they slow down making music, they're broke. That these rappers go and they make so many different people millionaires, and then after 5-6 years when their career is over, they gotta move back to the hood. Like, that's terrible, fam. You know? Then I kicked a few. That's terrible, fam. Oh, no, I didn't. I did, and then I unkicked you. That's terrible, fam. And that's what I've been trying to tell people for the longest. That's what happened. These people become rappers. You become whatever the hell you are. That's the local fad, the local dope thing to be, right? Whatever the thing is, you become that. And then what happens at the end of that? You're left with nothing. And that's what happened to a lot of these rappers. And that's why a lot of these rappers get caught up after they get out. That's why a lot of these rappers get caught up. I plan on doing the Tonight Show tonight, yes. We got to do a breakdown of the court today. So I plan on doing the Tonight Show. So that's how a lot of these rappers get caught up, fam. Caught up like hell. It is what it is. And y'all think it's bad now. It's not as bad now as it used to be. It used to be terrible. Those rappers from the 80s, fam, all of them was turning into drug addicts. I'm just telling you what it is. If y'all don't, I'm my nigga. I'm telling you what it is. All of those rappers from the 80s was turning into drug addicts. Remember, back then, they didn't know crack was bad. All of them rappers from the 80s, damn near. Some kind of drug addict, or they went to jail. Most of them, like 80, 85%? Like, damn near 95% of them was broke and destitute by the mid-90s? It just is what it is, man. There has to be something done. Like, what do y'all think happened when Rev Run went on TV, fam? What do y'all think happened? Y'all think he just decided to do a TV show? You think that he was living a good existence and he was just like, no, nigga, all of them people was hard up, man. All of them got robbed. All of y'all favorite legends from the 80s got robbed. I don't care if they played the NBA, the NFL, rap, actor, they were all getting robbed, man. Reaganomics. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. In any regard, I'm going to let y'all go. We're going to pull up tonight. Should be a Tonight Show tonight. Should be a Tonight Show tonight. Doing any of this. So I don't know. So we're gonna have a Tonight Show tonight. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna do what they do. Do what we do. Shout out to the main reason why I like working in the courts is because I can't be harassed when I'm working in the court buildings. This is like one of the main. I mean, I just like court in general. But I can't be harassed when I'm working here, so that's one of my main reasons. Main reasons why I like working here. Yeah, can't be harassed, man. Most of them know who I am. It's dope. This is the second time I came into this building, man. For people that like know who I am, is dope. I fuck with them too. I fuck with everybody. I fuck with you if you fuck with me, fam. As long as you not no weirdo out here doing effed up shit to people, if you fuck with me, I fuck with you, fam. You're not a Satan worship or nothing like that. You fuck with me, I fuck with you, fam. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I want to go look over my notes, and I just want to go sit in the courtroom and look and see what everyone else is doing. So I'm out. Salute. Everybody have a blessed day. I love y'all. Be back tonight.